Welcome back, Park City. I am so excited because we are talking about my absolute favorite activity, which is planning an outdoor vacation. We all feel the benefits of connecting with nature and how that makes us feel. And even now more than ever, we will actually get to experience the solace and the relaxation by being outside. Here today, we've got Janelle Smith, a spokesperson for Recreation.gov, to tell us more.
Hello, I'm happy to be here.
Janelle, thank you so much for coming. And so I'm excited to hear about the latest trends in outdoor activities and outdoor adventures. And how is that playing across the parks and public lands in the U.S.?
Yeah, happy to tell you. I want to start just by telling you what Recreation.gov is. And it's really your trip planning and reservation tool for all federal recreation lands and waters across the entire country. So anything from campsite reservations to monument tours, even permits for things like whitewater rafting and wilderness backpacking. So the trends that we're seeing really is a huge increase in demand and interest for outdoor recreation. In fact, in 2019, we averaged about 4 million reservations a year. And just in 2 years, that more than doubled. So in 2021, we saw that jump to over 9 million reservations.
Wow, that's incredible. So why should we plan ahead and maybe consider lesser known destinations in our adventures this summer?
Well, planning ahead really is our mantra at recreation.gov, as well as know before you go. And you can find all that information on the site. So all the land managers that manage these beautiful lands provide that information through our site. And so by going and using some of the tools that we have available, you're able to not only check off your bucket list of places you really love to go, but also map a route and discover locations that you may not have even known are just around the corner or along a travel route where you're going.
Excellent. Now, in regard to the types of resources, what sort of opportunities are available on recreation.gov in regard to outdoor experiences as well as historic tours and trips?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, it's a lot of camping. So anything from campsites along a lake to even lookout towers, cabins, some really unique lodging opportunities as well. And those campsites and lodging will book up, about 6 months in advance. So some popular destinations might book up very quickly. So again, planning ahead, getting those reservations are really key. But there's also really interesting ranger-led tours to things like caves and different educational programs. And you can get those on the site. As well as I mentioned permits. So like I said, some of the back country permits for wilderness backpacking, whitewater rafting is, of course, is a huge one on our site. But there's just such a variety of things that you can do and experience across these public lands and waters.
Speaking of public lands and waters, once we are actually on our vacations, explain how we can preserve the land and the waters that we are visiting.
Yeah, so glad you asked. And, we teamed up with a coalition called Recreate Responsibly, and they've provided some really great guidelines to help us all enjoy and respect the lands and each other while we're out there. With such an increase in demand, it's more important now than ever to take care of those lands and take care of each other and leave the land better than you even found it.
Well, one more time for those of us that are already starting to plan our vacations, where can we go for resources to find more information?
Well, recreation.gov is really that trip planning resource. And also we've got a great mobile app that our visitors have found really helpful. It's so convenient when you're on the go in your trip already to check your reservations or even make them.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Janelle. I appreciate you coming on. And again, check out recreation.gov to start planning your adventures.